The World Cup 2026 is not just an opportunity for you to watch your favorite stars play or your favorite countries play, but this is the time that you should actually use to pack as much money as possible. And when we say as much money as possible, we're talking about over $10,000 to $100,000 as a content creator. Either you're using YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. This is the right time for you to actually pack a lot of money off the football industry. And I know there have been so many videos out there from different creators talking about how you can actually make money with this FIFA World Cup, but every single person keep gatekeeping one of the most important parts, which is how you get to create this content and then publish them for you to make this money. This is one thing a lot of creators actually don't talk about. In this video, I'm not going to talk about all the bunch analytics they do for you, but in this video I'm going to share with you a step-by-step guide on how you can actually create football content during this FIFA World Cup era to actually go viral, blow up your channel, and at the same time make a lot of money off the football niche as well. So guys, as you know that we are creating this content targeting the World Cup, so the first thing we need to do is simply, when creating the content, we need to pick a very valid topic that will actually get a lot of people attention. Now, when we talk about valid topics, now we need to make sure that we are creating our content in a way that targets some countries that will likely perform really well. So we want to target countries that will really perform well during this World Cup. We want to create our videos around them. And the reason is simple. Since these countries are going to perform well, they are going to stay in the tournament for a bit longer. And since they are staying for a bit longer, that means that they are actually going to give us more views over time as these videos will keep performing, because these clubs will be in it for a very long period of time. And another thing is simply, we need to create about videos around some rare gems players that will actually pull up some surprise in the game. So we know that everybody knows about Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody knows about Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, and the rest. And there'll be a lot of content creators actually targeting these big names. So what we want to do is that we don't want to target these big names. We want to target the big countries, but we don't want to target the big names in these countries. So what we are going to do is simply, we are going to create our content targeting the new faces that are within these national teams that are likely going to give us the best outcome. So there are so many young stars in it. Like if you want to create around Turkey, you target a player like Adagula. If you are creating around England, you target Ria Ungamu. You target all these new stars that are in these national teams that you know that a lot of big blogs are not really going to pay attention to, because they are young stars. Because if you target the same people that these big blogs are targeting, your chance of actually getting a lot of views is limited. Hello. So now guys, now that I've already given you every detail needed, now it's time for us to actually create the video. And first of all, we are going to use Gemini AI to actually script the video. So make sure that you have an account with Gemini. And the reason I prefer it over ChatGPT is I think Gemini scripts are just way better than that of ChatGPT. And then the next thing you're actually going to need is simply, you are going to need a video editor. Now for this video, due to the fact that a lot of you are not professional video editors, I'm no longer going to be using DaVinci Resolve on this channel. I'll be using CapCut for all tutorials on this channel. So you can do this with a CapCut free version. However, I will advise the paid version, which you can actually get for a very cheap amount of money. And if you join my WhatsApp group, you can even get it for way cheaper, as they are doing shared subscriptions in the group. Links available in the video description. Now with these two information is given, now let's get to work. Now the first thing we need to do is simply, we need to get our video script. Now to get our video script, the first thing is simply, we need to pick the topic we want to talk about. Now for this particular video, let me open up a Google Doc file. So here is it. So I would like to make a video on this title here: 10 young players to watch that will make statement in World Cup 2026. Now this is the idea I have for my video. Now this is not the title, but this is the idea. Now the reason why you need to first pick your idea like this is that you need to make sure that you have a clear idea of the direction you want the video to go before you start making the video. This will actually help your script better. When it comes to scripting videos with Gemini don't really need a clear title. It needs an idea to actually script the video for you. So first, this is the idea I'm going to go with. Now you see that I'm targeting 10 young players to watch that will make statement in World Cup 2026. Now the reason I'm going for this, instead of talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, and that is that so many big channels are going to talk about those star players, and I don't want to compete with them because we are starting a fresh channel. So I would rather go for 10 young unknown players, because this is something that, okay, people will be like, who are these young players? Because Yamal is there. In the football world, competition is the main thing. So a lot of people are looking at other footballers to compare to Yamal. So the only way you can compete with this and blow up with this system is that you also look at other youngsters, because football fans will be looking at them to actually compete to Yamal. Now take a look at the simple script that I'm giving. I want you to script a 30-minute YouTube video on this topic 10 young players to watch that will make statement in World Cup 2026. Give me a better title and write a fast, okay, I made a mistake here, I used fast, a fast-paced, highly engaging script. Now, in case you are going for TikTok videos or YouTube shorts and the rest, make sure you change this place from long form to short videos. Now, basically, just give it to read like this. Now, first send this prompt. Now, so guys, now our script is ready, and the next thing is for us to create a custom voice for our channel. Now, in order for us to create this voice, we are no longer going to be using Gemini for the voice prompt. Gemini will not give you a great prompt for the voice. So for that, I'm going to use Claude. So here is it. Now we need to create our own custom voice. Here is the prompt I use. I create faceless football videos more about players' biography. So kindly give me a prompt to generate my own custom voice using 11 labs. Now you'll send in this prompt. So here is a prompt that it actually gave us. Now I'm just going to copy the prompt and then come back to 11 labs. And I'm just going to paste it, come over to the voice here. And then I'll click on voice design. Now you can also clone your own personal voice if you want that, but I'm just going to use this option. Now I'll paste in the prompt here. And then I just click on generate voice. Now, in case you don't have money to actually pay for 11 labs, but you still want to use a good voice over tool, I would advise you use that of Clipchamp. Now, other than 11 labs, if you are talking about any free voice over generator, none of them actually beats Clipchamp based on my own personal experience. But for me, I don't really
Welcome back, everyone. We're about to delve into the heart.
But for me, I don't really advise you use 11 labs. All these free voice overs, because you are going to get generic voices just as every other person out there. So in order for you to make sure that you are getting a good voice, it's best you actually use a custom voice over tool creator like this and create your own personal voice, or at least clone your own personal voice if you want that. Now it has generated the voice to give us 3 options, so it's left for us to actually pick. So now let me play it and pick my favorite.
Welcome back, everyone. We're about to delve into the heart of what makes a champion. Tonight we explore the Welcome back, everyone. We're about to delve into the heart of what makes a champion. Tonight we explore the relentless drive, the sheer will to dominate. Welcome back, everyone. We're about to delve into the Welcome back, everyone. We're about to delve into the heart of what makes a champion.
This voice has been generated, so now let me come over here. Over to the Claude AI. I think it gave some instructions. It says stability 55 to 65%, similarity boost 70 to 80%, star exaggeration 20%, and the speaker boost is on. So now that our voice is ready, I'm just going to click on skip right now. So now we have our own custom voice created. I have a lot of voices created for several different purposes. Now we have the voice, so we go over to actually generating the voice over for the video. So now here is our script here. Now inside our script we have the audio session, which is this is the audio that we are going to use, and then this is the visuals, which is the media that is required for it. I'm also going to show you how you can outsource this media. So now from here we go over to generating the audio. So now I'm just going to take a short version of it. So now here is the intro. Let me just copy it. Now I just copy the intro here, and then head over to 11 labs, and then I'll come over to where it says text to speech right here. I just click on it, and let me just clear it all off. And then first of all, I'll change over to my custom voice. So football should be the updated one here. Yes, here is it. So I'll select football. Now this is the percentage scale that 11 labs Claude actually asks you to adjust. Now it says the stability should be between 55 to 65% and similarity about 70 to 80%. So let's go back here. So it says this stability, so about 60% is fine. So now, as you can see, I've copied and I pasted all the voiceovers, but I couldn't get all of them because they have about 5,000 character limit. So it ends here. So I'm just going to delete this other part, of which means that we'll have to generate 2 of these voiceovers. So in case you meet this limit, you just have to delete that and then you generate it twice. Now one thing I noticed is that at times they do add some players that are no longer part. Like everyone knows that Estavo was actually called up before his surgery, which actually prevented him from playing the World Cup. So for that reason, you need to read through the script and remove any player that was called up but couldn't meet up again due to 1 or 2 reasons. So make sure you update your script. So for example, let's assume this is the entire script. So I'm just going to click on where it says generate speech. Now, once our speech is generating, the next thing is simply the visuals.
Every World Cup creates a star nobody saw coming. In 2014, James.
So now that we've generated the voiceover, the next thing is simply we need to look for the media that is actually required. Now they say that for the first part is simply fast cut footage. Pele in 1958, Mbappe in 2018, Enzo Fernandez in 2022. And then suddenly flash to the stadiums of USA, Mexico, and Canada. Bull test on screen, 3 days to kick off. Now, Gemini also gave us the editing tips that we actually need. So for here, I'm just going to copy here, Pele in 1958. Now we are going to search for these videos on YouTube itself. So let me copy it and show you how you can actually find the videos on YouTube. So come over to YouTube. So now I'm into YouTube, so I'm just going to search for Pele 1958 World Cup. You are going to see the Pele 1958 World Cup. Now you are looking for the World Cup clips. So this is one of them. Now here we have one of them. And then you are just going to gather all of these clips one after the other. Now let me pause this video and actually gather them. If you need more information, you can drop it in the comment section about the clips. I'm going to answer you. So guys, now we are going to the final stage, which is where we are actually going to edit the videos, because now we've gotten our script, our voiceover, and we've also gotten the video clips. So as I said, if you need information on how I was able to get the football clips, then join my WhatsApp group or Telegram channel and I drop a question in there. Links to both will be down in the video description. Now let's get straight to actually editing the video, which is the most important part. And I will advise to pay a very clear attention to this section, because if you do any single thing wrongly, well, you have yourself to blame for it. However, you can see that in this video, I'm actually targeting how to do the long form content. So for those of you who want to do short form content, it's the same strategy that you are going to follow. However, in the video size, you are going to do shorter videos of about 2 minutes and below. So now guys, when it comes to editing the videos, we are going to be using CapCut as I said earlier. So I'll just open up CapCut. So once you are into CapCut, like, just click on where it says create a new project. Now once you are in here, now let's bring in our project file. So let me just go over to desktop and then get them in. So the first thing you need to do is simply you need to drop in your voice over. So here's the voice over. Now you need to play the voice over and then know where the intro ended. So for that, let's go back to the script and check where the intro actually ended. Okay, so here is the script, and looking at where the intro ended, the intro actually ended at where it says let's get into it. So now we need to play the voice over until we get to this particular point that makes the statement let's get into it.
Every World Cup creates a star nobody saw coming. In 2014, James Rodriguez turned Brazil into his personal playground. In 2022, Enzo Fernandez played his way into a $100 million transfer. Now, we are just days away from the biggest World Cup in human history. 48 teams, 3 host nations, and a brand new generation of wonder kids ready to rip up the script and announce themselves to the world. Forget Messi and Ronaldo. This summer, the global stage belongs to the youth. Today, we are breaking down the 10 young players who will absolutely dominate, shock, and conquer the 2026 World Cup. If you're ready for the tournament of a lifetime, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and let us know in the comments. Who is your wild card choice to win the Golden Boy this summer? Let's get into it.
Okay, so here is the point that says let's get into it. Now I'm just going to cut it at that point. So now you can see I just splitted it right now. So I always advise you mark each section like this. So now let me mark it. Let me move the header right there, which is here. And I'm just going to mark it so I know that is where the intro ended. Now the next advice I have for you is simply, you can see the audio is somehow really slow, and the only way to fasten it up is by clicking on it and then coming over to where it says speed and then increase it a bit to around 1.2, and then let's play it and see again.
Every World Cup creates a star nobody saw coming. In 2014, James Rodriguez turned Brazil into his personal...
Okay, so now also make sure that what you see these spaces in here, delete these spaces off. These are spaces that you need to delete off, don't keep them. So make your voice over really clean. So let me have this option turned on. So this is an advice that I give every single person. Make your voice over really clean. Remove all these unnecessary big breathing spaces. Just really fix all of that off. Now once you get all of that off, now I'm assuming you've done that already. So the next thing is simply we need to mash up the medias required. And earlier on, if you look at the script, let me go back to the script. It said that what we should fast cut Pele in 1958, Mbappe in 2018, and Enzo Fernandez in 2022 as the intro. So let's get over to CapCut. So Pele 1958, I have the video clip, so I'll just drag it in here. Now the video clip you brought, make sure that all the audio is muted, very important. 1958.
Every World Cup creates a star nobody saw coming. In 2014, James Rodriguez turned Brazil into his personal playground. In 2000,
and then now one advice I'll give you simply, you can see the voiceover is mentioning James Rodriguez. Now in your case, make sure you get a clip of James Rodriguez as well and then add it up. One thing I advise to do is simply, at times don't really follow the visuals that the AI actually suggests. Go around and then listen to the voiceovers and get the characters that were named in the voiceover. Now if you take a look at this script here, you can see where it says James Rodriguez turned Brazil into his personal playground. Go look for a video of James Rodriguez when he was dribbling Brazil. And then where it says in 2022 Enzo Fernandez, we got the clip of Enzo Fernandez as it was suggested here. Now if you come over here, look at where it says Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, where it says forget Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Get a video of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi probably standing somewhere together or something. Get a video clip of them. Now always match your try as much as possible to match your videos with whichever character that they are actually showing here. Now once you are done with all of that edit, maybe you followed up the instruction I've given you, you've done all of the entire edit. If I say I should finish up the edit right now, this video will be too long, so I'm assuming that you finish up with the entire edit and every single thing. All you need to do is simply make sure to generate captions and then add captions to the video as well. So in order to generate captions on CapCut, come over here and then click on generate captions. Okay, so now the captions are done generating, so we have to actually edit the captions. Now you can see this caption doesn't really look great, so for that click on any of the captions and then come over to where it says template. Now once you enter the template session, now just look for a very nice caption and let me look through. Look for a very nice caption template that is very easy to read. Okay, this caption look good, so let me go for this. Okay, now just going to reduce it, not too big, keep it around here, and then come over to the styling. Now you can change the text font to anyone that fits you. Now align the text to the left, and also number of lines reduce here to just 1. Characters, you can say let me 24. And then come over here and then give it a good backdrop. So I think this will be better to read, and then just come over here and then play around with the stroke and things to make your captions look better and easier to read. So thickness, take it down, and then distance, to distance the shadow a bit, and then work on the shadow so it's easier to read. So you should have caption like this.
Every World Cup creates a star nobody saw coming. In 2014, James Rodriguez turned Brazil into his personal playground. And Ronaldo.
So guys, this is how you simply create these videos. Now I've already shared with you every single thing, but if you really want me to walk you through step by step from A to Z and every single thing, you can actually contact me using any of my contact details in the video description, and I'm actually going to share with you how you can do this on a one-on-one video call at a fee. So guys, for the sake of this video, I can't actually show every single thing because the video will be too lengthy and a lot of you will not watch it to the very end. And even this one self, I believe a lot of people have actually skipped halfway already, which will hurt my channel. So in order to protect my channel from being hurt by you guys not watching to the very end, I would say if you need a one-on-one mentorship on this, you can actually contact me. I'll show you how to edit these videos perfectly well.